Cardiovascular disease is incredibly common in our genetic cousin, the chimpanzee. Though it's unclear why primates fall victim to sudden cardiac arrest, science has pinpointed a way to detect these abnormalities before they become fatal, using the echocardiogram. I traveled to Chimp Haven in Keithville, which is a primate sanctuary, to learn more about the echocardiogram and the precious lives it promises to protect. Take a look. Every 33 seconds, a person dies from cardiovascular disease. It's the leading cause of death for Americans and is responsible for a fifth of all deaths annually. We think of this disease as a distinctly human malady, but it's actually exceedingly common in our evolutionary cousin, the chimpanzee. Scientists are looking to human technology to extend the lives of chimps, but the practice is relatively new. In Keithville, Louisiana, the world's largest chimpanzee sanctuary is breaking barriers to bring life-saving tech to our primate relatives.
So a lot of these guys are actually related, which in terms can also kind of complicate their relationships because obviously you want to have your families back.
Chimp Haven is a sanctuary for more than 300 geriatric chimpanzees who've retired from biomedical research facilities, where they were test subjects for things like HIV, hepatitis, and vaccines. Most are somewhat healthy and between ages 20 and 60. They live out the rest of their days here in relative bliss, surrounded by 200 acres of land, where they're free to roam and they have regular snack times filled with popcorn.
So that's Natalie clapping at us for more popcorn. She's like, let's go, come on, it's cold out here.
Though these chimps have a longer lifespan here than they would in the wild, each are still very likely to develop some sort of cardiovascular disease. It affects almost a third of all captive chimps, and it's estimated that 20 to 30% of the chimps here have some sort of heart abnormality.
Chimpanzees are prone to what's known as cardiac fibrosis, and because of that we see changes to the heart that impact their overall length of life.
Can you explain that to me?
Sure. So it's one of the leading causes. So we talked about cardiac fibrosis. And so what happens is that the body tries to heal itself and it will create what's known as fibrotic tissue. And so that musculature of the heart thickens. And as it thickens, it doesn't, the heart, right, we know that it pumps and it provides blood to the rest of the body. Well, as it thickens, it doesn't allow that blood flow to do exactly what it needs to do.
Humans typically develop cardiovascular diseases because of poor diet. But for chimps, it's stress. Males, specifically alpha males, are disproportionately affected.
So when you think about what the alpha male does in his social grouping, he keeps everything in order. He's watching the perimeters and making sure that their environments are always safe. And that just comes with some added stressors in just what they do, the political aspect of their jobs.
Chimp Haven started using cardio-mobile devices to survey chimp heart health back in 2019. Staff uses positive reinforcement training to get the chimps to place their hands on the EKG pads a few times a year before their annual physical.
Those were originally created for humans monitoring their heart health. So it's just a very small square device with 2 metal pads, and you have to maintain contact with it in humans it's 2 fingers, but in the chimps we can get them with 1 for 30 seconds, and that can provide a diagnostic EKG reading.
These physicals provide good diagnostics, but it isn't a perfect system. The staff at Chimp Haven needed something more in-depth, something like the echocardiogram. The echocardiogram is an ultrasound machine that humans use to monitor all 4 chambers of the heart. It can display heart muscles and valves in great detail, and it works the exact same way on chimps. Chimp Haven partnered with the Great Ape Heart Project to teach their staff how to use the machine. So far, 7 chimps have been monitored.
So it gives me that added information that I'm usually going to pick up on that ECG. It just gives me that added information to determine the quality of heart health.
The echocardiogram is already showing promise at Chimp Haven. The training for the machine is going well, but to the staff here, it was long overdue.
I think they've given so much to us that we really want to give back to them, and any way we can help them participate in their care and their well-being, we want to do that.